Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will discuss about control and coordination. How control and coordination occurs in plants and in animals. We will study them separately. How control and coordination occurs in plants as well as in animals. But before going to discuss how control and coordination occurs in plants, we should know some basic terms regarding so that you can easily understand how control and coordination occurs in plants. First term is stimulus. What is stimulus? Stimulus क्या होता है? How can we define a stimulus? In simple language, we can define stimulus the change in the environment to which organism responds. The change in the environment to which organism responds is simply called a stimulus. Now another term is that is response. Response is simply the reaction shown by an organism against the stimulus. The reaction shown by an organism against the stimulus, that is simply called a response. We can use another term for this response, that is simply called a reaction. Now I will give you an example which clearly explains how stimulus and response occurs. You know that in environment there are various kinds of stimulus. For example, in environment there is light, water, gravity, touch. These are different kinds of stimuluses which occurs in an environment. Now I will give you an example which clearly explains to you how stimulus and response occurs in an environment. For example, during bright light, we close our eyes. During bright light, we close our eyes. Why we close our eyes? In this example, the bright light is simply called a stimulus. The bright light is simply called a stimulus, and the closing of our eyes, that is simply a response against the stimulus, which is here bright light. The closing of our eyes during bright light is an example which clearly explains to you how stimulus and response occurs. Now I will give you another example. If a hand of a person falls suddenly, if the hand of some person falls suddenly on a hot utensil, or we can say that on hot object. Hand of a person falls on a hot object. He withdraws our hand quickly from that hot object. In this case, hotness of object is stimulus, and the withdrawing of hand from that hot object or from that hot utensil, that is simply called a response. These two examples clearly explain to you how stimulus and response occurs in environment or in nature. So now we will study how control and coordination occurs in plants. Then we will study how control and coordination occurs in animals. That we will discuss in later lecture. All of you know that stimulus or we can say response in animals, they show quick response against the stimulus, while as plants respond to the stimulus very slowly. Now question arises, why animals show quick response against the stimulus Why animals show quick response against the stimulus but plants, while plants does not show quick response? They respond to the stimulus, they respond to the external stimuli very slowly. As you are aware about this, animals have well-developed nervous system. Have a well-developed nervous system. But plants lack well-developed nervous system. That is why animals show quick response against the stimulus, while plants does not show quick response against the stimulus. They respond to the stimulus very slowly because plants lack well-developed nervous system. Now, how plants respond to the external stimulus? Plants respond to the external stimulus only by means of hormonal system. Plants respond to the external stimulus only by means of hormonal system. In animals, there is well-developed nervous system as well as hormonal system. Or we can say that hormonal system is also called endocrine system. Or we can say that endocrine system. In animals, there is both nervous system as well as endocrine system. But in plants, there is only hormonal system. Plants lack well-developed nervous system. That is why plants respond to the external stimulus very slowly. Now, how plants respond to the external stimulus? They respond to the external stimulus very slowly by means of hormonal system. Plants produce various hormones, just like auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid, ethylene. These are the various hormones which plants produce, so that they can respond to the external stimuli, There are various plant hormones in plants. First one is plant hormones. These are also called phytohormones. Phyto means plant. These are also called phytohormones. Phyto means plant. First one hormone is auxin. Second one is gibberellin. Third one is cytokinin. Fourth one is abscisic acid. And fifth is ethylene. Now, what are auxins? Auxins, gibberellins, and cytokinins. These three hormones are called growth promoting hormones. Auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins are called growth promoting hormones because they promote the growth of plants. While as abscisic acid, ethylene, these are known as growth inhibitor hormones. These two hormones are called growth inhibitor hormones. Why? Because they inhibit the growth of plants. Abscisic acid, both abscisic acid as well as ethylene, inhibit the growth of hormones. That is why these hormones are called growth inhibitor hormones. While as auxins, gibberellins, and cytokinins are growth promoting hormones. They promote the growth of plants. Now, what are auxins? Auxins are basically growth promoting hormones. You can define auxins in this way. Auxins are growth promoting hormones which promote which can induce the elongation of stems. Mainly, they elongate the stems. Elongation of stems. Auxins are growth promoting hormones which are produced by plants to promote the elongation of stems. Auxins are mainly present at the shoot tips or at the growing root tips. They are mainly produced in plants at the shoot tips, or we can say that at the growing root tips. Second one is gibberellin. Gibberellins are also growth promoting hormones. Gibberellins are also growth promoting hormones, which also helps us in elongation of stems. But only there is one difference. Gibberellins promote elongation of stems only in presence of auxins. They show their effect only in presence of auxins. These are called gibberellins. Third one is cytokinin. Cytokinins are also growth promoting hormones. Their main function is that they promote cell division. It is also called cell division factor. Cytokinins are also called cell division factor. Cell division factor because they induce cell division in plants. Cytokinin. Main function of cytokinin is to induce cell division in plants. Fourth one is abscisic acid. It is also known as citrus hormone. It is also known as citrus hormone. Abscisic acid is a growth inhibitor hormone. Why it is called growth inhibitor hormone? Because it promotes the dormancy of seeds and buds. It induces the dormancy of seeds and buds. It induces the dormancy of seeds and buds. Now, question is, what is dormancy? Dormancy, we can define dormancy. It is the inactive or resting condition of a seed in which metabolism does not take place at all. Dormancy is the inactive or resting condition in which metabolism does not take place at all. So this abscisic acid, or we can say that citrus hormone, is a growth inhibitor hormone which promotes the dormancy of seeds and buds, and hence it inhibits the growth of plants. Another hormone is ethylene, which is also known as gaseous hormone. Ethylene is also known as gaseous hormone. Gaseous hormone. आप लोगों ने तो केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ा ही होगा उसका स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है. CH2 double bond CH2. This is ethylene in organic chemistry. This is called gaseous hormone. The main function of this ethylene is to promote ripening of fruits. It helps us in ripening of fruits. Ripening of fruits. Main function of this ethylene. So these are the various hormones which are produced in plants so that they can respond to the external stimulus. Now, how plants respond to the external stimulus? By means of these hormones. Plants show growth of various plant parts by means of these hormones. When plants respond to the external stimuli, they respond mainly to the external stimuli by the production of these hormones. By the production of these hormones. And they show growth of various plant parts by the production of these hormones mainly. So these are the various hormones which occurs in plants. Auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, these are called growth promoting. These three hormones are called growth promoting hormones. While as abscisic acid ethylene is called